Hi everyone, and welcome to Maths Revision with Jov. Today we've got a nice little area question, and it goes, in the diagram the square and the trapezium share a common side length of x centimetres. The area of the square is equal to the area of the trapezium. Find x. And then we're given a diagram of a square and a trapezium where they've got a common length of x here. The height of the trapezium is 8 centimetres and the base of the trapezium is 24 centimetres. To solve a question like this, I think the best thing to do is to find the area of both shapes and then set them equal to each other later. So we can go ahead and say that the area of the square, I'm going to call it a little s, is equal to, well, we know what the area of a square is, that is just x squared because we've got a side length of x. We can also say that the area of the trapezium, we'll call it AT, that's going to be equal to, well, you have to know the area of the trapezium, so the formula for it, which is a half times the height which is 8, multiplied by the sum of the length of the base and the top, which is 24 plus x. To make life a little bit easier, we can go ahead and expand this bracket over here. So a half times 8 times 24, so 4 times 24, I think is 96, plus a half times 8 times x, so half of 8 is just 4, so 4x. Then we can go ahead and set these equal to each other, so x squared equals, oh, that's meant to be a 9, so 96 plus 4x. Now we can go ahead and rearrange this to get the quadratic equation on one side. We've got x squared minus 4x because I'm taking 4x from both sides. And we can also minus the 96 from both sides. So we get a quadratic equation of x squared minus 4x minus 96 equals 0. To solve a quadratic equation like this, we could use completing the square method, we could use the quadratic formula, but I think it's nice to just go with factorising for this one because it factorises quite nicely. So we have to factorise into double brackets. So we can put x in both of them, and then we have to say, right, we need two numbers that multiply together to make negative 96 and add together to get negative 4. I think that the numbers that will work for this one are minus 12 and plus 8. You can double check that if you want. I think that looks right. So we've got this equation that reads x minus 12 times x plus 8 equals 0. Last of all, we need only solve this equation right here. So we can say that x minus 12 equals 0 because one of these brackets has to be equal to 0 for the product to be 0. Or x plus 8 equals 0. So you can go ahead and deduce that x is 12 or x is minus 8. We can go ahead and get rid of the x equals minus 8 because x is a length. You can't have a negative length. So we simply get that the length x equals 12 centimetres. And that is it. I hope that helps.